My brother missed our mother burial because they wanted to arrest him so I can negotiate. Elrufai. So after they released you to go and bury your own mother, they now still wanted to arrest your brother so that you can negotiate. Negotiate what exactly? Now wow. Former Kaduna State Governor Nancy Elrufai has alleged that there were plans by security operatives to arrest his elder brother, Bashir Elrufai, if he had returned to Nigeria for their mother's burial. Okay, where does that one live? According to Daily Post, he claimed that the intention behind the alleged plan was to use his brother as leverage to compel him into negotiations. In a video statement, the African Democratic Congress ADC chieftain said his brother was unable to attend the burial due to concerns that he might be arrested upon arrival in the country. Why? Is he a criminal? Why would they arrest him on arrival? Is he also a criminal? It's only if he's a criminal that they can arrest him. Why would they arrest somebody just like that? According to Elrufai, my other brother Bashir Elrufai couldn't make it because we learned that there's a plan to arrest him because they believe if they get him, I will negotiate. So they will just arrest somebody that did not do anything because they want you to negotiate. Russia, anything goes in Nigeria anyways. Reports indicate that Elrufai's mother, Hajia Umar Elrufai, passed away in Cairo, Egypt on Friday. Her remains were flown later to Abuja where she was buried on Sunday. Nigeria is always the dumping ground. Why didn't you bury your mother in Egypt? Everybody come down to Nigeria to bury them. Had passing occurred at a time when the former governor was already facing legal and investigative challenges, he had been arrested and detained by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) over allegations of corruption and money laundering. He was subsequently arraigned before a federal high court in Kaduna on March 24 on a 10-count charge. The case was adjourned until March 31, 2026 for hearing of pending applications, including his bail request. However, he was temporarily released from ICPC custody to enable him attend his mother's burial. So how many days or how many months are they temporarily releasing him for? This is all. South Africa says General Elrufai to negotiate like Sheikh Gumi collaborates on the terrorists and the great Trump calls deals. Because if APC kidnap your brother, definitely you will negotiate with the kidnappers. Lano says, arrest him for what? If your brother is not a criminal, why would they arrest him? Exactly my question. Like, why would they arrest him if he's not a criminal? But well, let's not be acting like as if we don't know that anything can really happen in this Nigeria. Hassan Muti says, all your family in a federal government is only jati. Because that's the only reason why they would just go ahead and arrest you. But even though we know that anything can happen now. Chimeng says, you take your mother out of the country for treatment because as a former governor, you know if you build a standard hospital, standard hospital in your state where you and your family and the masses can take a proper treatment. You are hiding your brother because it was his name that you used to pack the state's money, and then you come out to tell us that you are not a criminal. That might be true. Elrufai haven't told us the secrecy man his brother have that. What his brother have done to the FG that is making him to hide his brother from the government. If your hands and your brother's own are clear, you will not tell your brother not to come and bury his lovely mother because of FG wants him to be arrested. Abu. Kajotan says, when we say this country belongs to Kabals, he was released because his mother died, as well to enable him bury his mother. And I asked, was he supposed to be released because of the passing of his mother? What kind of injustice here in Nigeria? They are politicians now. They are important. It is well. Peacemaker says this government is full of betrayals. They really betrayed Nancy Elrufai after working for them to succeed. They all turned against him. Life now turn by turn now. Traffic said, what is the significance of that? To raise the old woman from death. Sheffield says, you are very stupid. You forget Elrufai is a criminal. Newton says, why is your brother running if he is innocent? Saidu says, this government is being run like a criminal syndicate. Before Uncle Akim says, you don't start to open your mouth again. Control your mouth. Satom says, phone tapper. Stop bugging security lines. Dr. Elrufai says Nigeria na confirmed cemetery. Egypt and UK is where they go to enjoy life, treat illness and kpai. Nigeria is where they bury their corpse. I'm telling you, Nigeria is like a dumping ground for corpse. I'm telling you. Hope says, is your brother also a criminal? Happy. Because that's the reason why they would arrest your brother. Why would they arrest your brother just like that? John says, if your hands are clean, why is your brother running from the law? You swore to as 2 times governor. Strong says you will soon talk your way to prison again. Of course, he's not supposed to go back. Have they released him permanently? If he's just going to go and bury his mother. Tamisa says, so your brother sees a fugitive from the law. You can imagine. There must be something fundamentally wrong with this family. How good is it for a child not to be able to bury his or her parents? I really pity your family. Do you get? Because it's not as if he cannot travel down to actually come and bury his mother. But because they would arrest him upon arrival, that means he is a criminal. He's a criminal. Cipra Another says, your brother is an adult who cannot answer for your offenses, but his own crimes. Most of the people having money laundering cases use their family members exactly to enrich themselves via bogus contracts or extension of bank accounts. Bello of Kogi used his cousin to launder money, and that is why they were arrested. Politicians should know that there is audit trails on public funds from the accounts to the final end users. Exactly. Maybe now your brother they pack the money wey dey save for, so he can't come to Nigeria. But he can only run. He cannot hide, though. He will vomit that money. Jai says, did your brother committed the same criminal offense as he did? Or committed any offense that may warrant his arrest? If he's free of any offensive deeds, let him come and let's see who will arrest him. And as your brother, maybe you know that he's having a skeleton in his cupboard and even his bedroom, obviously. Did he commit the offense or not? Master says, must you revert to APC and join the sinners? You have liberty to exercise your constitutional rights, sir. Peter says, when her son was buying people's children, what did she say? Useless woman. Elrufai forbid the one safe who buy for the sake of people that he buyed in Kaduna State when he was a governor, blood-tested thief. Okay? Aminu says, Nasir Elrufai is the first male child of his mother. He doesn't have elder brother. How do you know that? How do you know that? ETS says both of them are criminals. He engaged in money laundering for him when he was the governor of Kaduna State. That's like the obvious reason. That's like the obvious reason why. Further said the evil that men do lives after them. Kola Komi says your brother is an advocate of due process, even though he does not practice it. So let the due process be maintained. Please don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.